Well, hello there. Welcome back to my channel. How you all doing today? And a special shout out to all of my new subscribers. Hello. Thank you for subscribing. My name is Nicole, and I am the founder of a wellness practice called The Sound Within Us. And on this channel, I've been documenting my journey from illness to wellness because I am recovering from a spinal cord injury that is called arachnoiditis. And I got this arachnoiditis because I had lumbar surgery, L4 and L5. I had spinal stenosis and I had a degenerative disc. And so it was recommended that I have a spinal fusion surgery. But in that surgery, the doctor accidentally cut my spinal cord. And there were complications, and then it had to be repeated. The surgery had to be repeated. And my health went downhill from there. And on this channel, I've been documenting my recovery. So I'm on the other side of when I was in very, very, very bad shape. So today I wanted to share one of my favorite plant allies, which you might be able to see back here, called chamomile. And this plant has been with me since the beginning because along the way, I also suffered a nervous breakdown. So I needed a way to restore balance and harmony to my nervous system, to my mind, and then also it helps with pain and inflammation. It has so many benefits. In fact, I just published an article on my website, which I will link in the video description box below if you're interested in diving in even further, with a lot of good information. And then I also listed a lot of resources where you can go even further if you want to find out the history of the herb and everything about it. But in this video, I just wanted to share my personal experience with it, but I also wanted to remind you that I am not a licensed doctor and I can't tell you what to do, but I am a certified herbalist as well as a holistic wellness practitioner. I'm also certified in holistic pain management and a bunch of other things. And if you want to find out more about my credentials, you can check out my website, which is also in the video description box below. But for now, we are going to talk about chamomile and all the different ways I use it. Now, I was prompted to do this video because if you've been watching some of my other videos, you'll know that I have a construction project going on out behind my house. And when I initially created my garden, which I grow, like this is my chamomile, and this is my chamomile. I have a garden, and I have used gardening as part of my healing and restoration from this terrible condition. Also, PTSD, trauma, panic attacks, anxiety, depression, you name it, I had it. So chamomile has been one of those plant allies that I've had since the beginning. And I brought one plant into my garden, and that plant, once I started interacting with that plant and then, using it as medicine and tea, I very quickly realized the benefits of it. And she put herself everywhere in my garden. So from one plant, now I have many. And now it grows all over my garden. So you can look back on some of the other videos that I have on my channel where you can actually see my garden and what I've done with my backyard. I've created a really beautiful wellness space, and I love sharing it. I love talking about it. I could talk endlessly about my garden, but that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is about chamomile and the different ways that I use it. Now, this is a glycerite that I made from harvest that I did in the summer when it was fresh, and it's actually almost out because I do use this almost every day. So I'm going to be making more of this. So if you're interested in the process of how I make the glycerite from the herb, comment below and I'll make a video about that. But actually I needed this last night because in the middle of the night, 1 o'clock in the morning, we get boom, 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 banging on our door ringing of the doorbell scared the bejesus out of us. But apparently there must have been, and I guess this happens, I don't know because I'm sleeping, but we had a cop come to the door to let us know that our garage door was open. We had no idea. My son took the trash out last night and he accidentally left the door open. So that disrupted my sleep in a huge way, scared the living daylights out of us. So of course I was like, So I keep this by my bed and take this whenever I need it. And it's very sweet. A glycerate is not like an alcohol tincture, which is, an alcohol tincture is more potent. This one is gentler and it's sweet. And you only need a little bit. And a little bit goes a long way at relaxing and calming down the nervous system. And it helped me get back to sleep. Now I also use it for pain as well as anxiety. I'm getting better with it, but in the past I have suffered pretty badly with social anxiety, but I am getting better with it because I am using different healing modalities to help myself manage that a lot better. But to get better, it's really more than one thing. It is actually a combination of things. So the major thing that I have is the arachnoiditis, which causes me pain from the waist down. And I always am trying to find ways to manage that. And so I made myself this little tea because if you're familiar with my channel and you know what's going on, I've got the construction project like I started talking about, and it's been going on for 1.5 years now. And today, like yesterday and the last 3 days, there has been a tremendous amount of noise right behind my house. They've been doing something with big machinery, moving dirt, and today it was the backup beeping. Beep, 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 nonstop beeping. And that dysregulates my nervous system, especially from being someone who has suffered from a nervous breakdown. It's not good. It's not good. So I have to find ways to balance and manage that. So this is a tea I made with butterfly pea flower, chamomile, and rosemary. And I just love this. It's very calming. I don't even need to put any sweetener in it. I can just drink it just like it is, and it's perfect. So if you want to know more information about chamomile, like I said, check out my article. And then I also sell these plants. So this is in a 6-inch pot. And this I actually rescued from the greenhouse this morning. And the soil is still frozen solid, because my greenhouse got down to 17 degrees 2 nights ago. And it's been very cold. We've had a cold snap in this area. And I'm in USDA zone 7A, but this plant grows very well in my climate, in my area, and even with as cold as it's been. Now it's recovering from being frozen, but you can see how beautiful and green it is. Now this plant actually doesn't like the heat, so it's best it starts blooming at the end of April, and it'll bloom all through May, all through June, and June is when I start to harvest it, in the beginning of June. And then by July, it runs itself out because it doesn't like the heat. When it gets too hot, that's it, it's done. But what it will do, if you leave it there and you leave some of the blooms on the plant, it will prolifically reseed itself. And for me, that's a great thing, because I love having the plant all over my garden. But I will also have this size plant and it's going to grow even bigger, and I will have these in the spring available for sale on my website. So I will put a link to that in the description box below, but they're not available yet. But if you're interested and you're local, you can pre-order these. I also have a variety of other things, other plants out there, and I'm probably going to be talking about them one by one, because I'm all about herbal medicine. I love using plants as opposed to pharmaceuticals, which there was a time I was on, the doctors had me on 25 different pharmaceutical medications, and my body was beginning to shut down. One thing was leading to another, and beginning to cause more and more problems in my body. So once I finally rid my body of all of those toxic chemicals, and that actually took a while, but I used herbal medicine to rid my body of those toxic chemicals and then restore the vitality and the health of my body. And, you know, you may not know it or realize it, but I'm 53 years old, and I don't think I look 53. You know, I could be biased looking at myself, being, yeah, I look great, but I feel great. I look great. I'm living life now, whereas before, when I was under doctor's care, I wasn't great. I wasn't great at all. I was aging rapidly. So, you know, that's just a little bit about plant medicine and, about chamomile in particular. I want to encourage you to do your own research, because it really is an amazing, powerful plant ally. And if you're interested in more, comment below and I will make another video on how to make this medicine. So until the next video, I will see you later. Bye-bye.